Hi, my name is Janis, and I'm getting baptized. I would say my mother, and she was, again, my parents were deaf, and there were two people, but my mother, I'll be really quick. And she was, during the darkest times, she would pray and tell us to pray, and she was faithful, and she did whatever she could to get us to church. And the way that she behaved and talked about God, she was the one. And then our pastor was deaf, and his wife, Shirley Jones, who could hear, was a huge mentor for me. And she meant business, and she meant business about the word, and I loved that. So I had a gentle and a tough side of those two women, and it was remarkable. 12 years old. I was invited to Awana. When my dad left when I was 10, we pulled away from the church. My mom couldn't get us there. And it was like, she was working in a factory. It was bad. There were 4 of us, and Kimmy was a newborn. It was bad. So we kind of didn't go for a couple of years. I was invited to Awana with some girls, 12 years old, 7th grade, and there were a few of us saved, during that time. And I loved Awana. I loved it. It was comforting to me to be back in it. I just really needed that. And it was a special time for me. And there were a few of us that were saved. It was great. I love Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord in all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. For all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll make your paths straight. I always would trust. That was the hard part. Because, I was in charge and I was in control, and, I was that kid that had way too much responsibility. And so I had to stop thinking I'm the boss. And, you're not the boss, Jan, and just trust. And then Romans 3:23, which is, for all us that fallen short of the glory of God. I know I need to be better at devotions and scripture. I'm more of an audio person listening to it, but I need to really understand more of it. Where I learn a lot of it is at church, on Sunday, and then small group. Breaking it down. That's where I learn a lot of it. But I need to understand more.